Among all the strategies explored to extend lifespan and improve health, caloric restriction and fasting stand out for their consistency, simplicity, and biological depth. In virtually every species studied, from yeast and worms to mice and primates, reducing caloric intake without malnutrition has been shown to prolong life, delay the onset of age-related diseases, and improve key physiological markers. These effects are so robust and reproducible that scientists now consider caloric restriction a gold standard in aging research. And with human trials now underway, the question is no longer whether these interventions work, but how to apply them safely, sustainably, and effectively in real-life settings. At the heart of caloric restriction's benefits is its ability to activate powerful cellular stress responses that boost resilience. When energy intake is reduced, cells shift from growth and proliferation toward repair, maintenance, and efficiency. This metabolic reprogramming improves mitochondrial function, enhances autophagy, the removal of damaged cellular components, reduces oxidative stress, and suppresses chronic inflammation, all of which are closely linked to the aging process. As a result, organisms become more resistant to disease, more metabolically flexible, and over time, significantly longer-lived. Fasting works through similar mechanisms, but with a focus on timing rather than overall calorie reduction. Intermittent fasting, such as time-restricted eating, alternate-day fasting, or longer periodic fasts, initiates a metabolic switch from glucose-based energy to fat-derived ketones. This switch not only supports weight loss and metabolic health, but also activates pathways like AMPK and sirtuins that are directly involved in cellular longevity. Fasting has also been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, reduce blood pressure, support brain function, and even enhance stem cell regeneration in tissues like the gut and immune system. Importantly, these effects aren't limited to laboratory animals. Human studies, though still in progress, are already showing encouraging results. Trials of caloric restriction in adults have demonstrated improvements in blood lipids, insulin sensitivity, and inflammatory markers. Participants often report better energy levels, reduced joint pain, and improved mental clarity. In trials such as the calorie study, sustained moderate caloric restriction led to reduced risk factors for cardiovascular disease and diabetes, without compromising nutritional status or psychological well-being. Meanwhile, intermittent fasting regimens have gained popularity not just for weight control but for their potential to reduce age-related risk factors, enhance brain health, and regulate circadian rhythms. One of the most intriguing aspects of these interventions is their apparent ability to slow biological aging itself. DNA methylation clocks, molecular tools that estimate biological age, have shown signs of reversal in individuals practicing structured caloric or fasting protocols. This suggests that beyond improving health span, these approaches may influence the very pace at which cells and tissues age, giving rise to the possibility of longer, healthier lives not through drugs, but through targeted behavioral change. Yet while the science is promising, it's important to recognize that these interventions are not one-size-fits-all. Excessive restriction can lead to nutrient deficiencies, muscle loss, or hormonal imbalances, particularly in older adults or those with underlying conditions. Likewise, extended fasting may not be suitable for everyone and should be approached with careful planning and professional guidance. The future lies in personalization, identifying who benefits most at what age and with what protocol. The broader takeaway is powerful. The body has built-in mechanisms for renewal, repair, and regeneration, and caloric restriction and fasting appear to activate them with surprising effectiveness. By periodically withdrawing food, not as punishment, but as a signal, cells become more efficient, less inflamed, and better equipped to cope with stress. It's a profound example of how biological systems evolved not just to survive scarcity, but to thrive during it. As research continues, caloric restriction and fasting may become central tools in the quest for longevity, not just to add years to life, but to add life to years. By tapping into ancient survival pathways with modern precision, we may be uncovering one of the most reliable and accessible ways to slow aging and preserve vitality across the lifespan.